Hello, and welcome to our show. Sorry about that, folks. Big Dave here, battling a little New Year's cold or something. I don't know. It's January 5th, the first DCR TV, first Dave TV of the new year, 2014. So I just went outside in the frigid cold weather to pick up my Washington Post. You know, there's a lot of signs. This newspaper is really on the ropes. I'm telling you. I mean, look at, this is the Sunday paper. This only a 14-page A section, and the last page, of course, is, and the back page ad. The back page is a premium place to put an ad, especially in the A section, and there's no ad here. I'm looking in the paper. There's not a lot of ads in it, even on a Sunday, which is, their high circulation day. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Page 2. Page 2. Post owner Bezos suffers a kidney stone attack. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my word. I hope he's okay. He was vacationing in the Galapagos Islands with the masses of people. That's where the common folk go for their vacations. And I guess he got a pain in the back and whatever. You should call my sister up. My sister is a frequent kidney stone sufferer. But apparently he's okay. They evacuated him to the United States. Well, he will get the best. I don't know. But look at this post. Look at today's post. Again, look at the Outlook section. Again, when you see giant graphics that take up almost the entire front page of a section, it's the fact that there's not enough copy, there's not enough advertising in the paper. That's the clue. That's what it tells you. I mean, we're looking at this Outlook section, and, there is no ads in it. The business section, look at that. Another giant graphic. And, here's what. And look at the sports. Look at today's sports section, by the way. Look at that. I mean, hardly any copy on it at all. It's rare to see an ad in the sports section anymore. Lots of more giant pictures about those great old Washington Redskins. I don't know. I'll tell you, this paper is in trouble. Big trouble. No matter what, But I'm sure, Mr. Bezos has lots of money, so he can do whatever he wants with it. Interesting article today in the paper, in the Post, which was a couple days after the fact, but Bob Grant died. Now, if you're in the Washington market, you've probably even heard of Bob Grant, but he was for many years on I'm going to sneeze now. Bob Grant, yeah, it's like a TV anchor. I can see Leon Harris. Excuse me, folks. I'm calling. What do TV anchors do when you're doing the news? You're reading a big story, and then you feel like I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. I'm getting all excited here. Bob Grant died. And again, Bob Grant wasn't on the air in the Washington area, but he was on WABC in New York. And, 1993 article, he called Martin Luther King that slime ball and called him a bum, a womanizer, a liar, a fake, and a phony. That's the kind of guy Bob Grant was. And he passed away at 84 last week. But he was on WABC in New York. I did a short blurb about him on the New York page of DCR TV, but I didn't put it on the main page because he was never on the air in Washington. Really, a really nice guy. Wow. I had lunch yesterday with a good person. No, I didn't have lunch. I had coffee. Well, I didn't even have coffee. I met at a coffee bar with somebody who's in the Washington area who I'm going to be maybe working on a cool media project with for the. So we shall see if that pans out. And then I got another lunch today with another fine folk. Hopefully it'll turn out. I don't know if the freezing rain and all that. There's another thing I want to talk about. It's that stupid Capital Weather gang. I mean, it's just this just screaming, yelling, ranting about the weather. Like, okay, it's January. And what does it do in January in Washington? You get some snow, you get some sleet, you get some freezing rain, who knows what, But it's like everything is like screaming bloody murder. And, I mean, we got 3 or 4 inches of snow early last week, and it was like the end of the world. And, what's it going to do? Tomorrow, which is Monday, there's a cold front coming through, and then the temperature's going to go down to like 5 degrees, and then it's going to be very cold on Tuesday with a high of maybe 16 or something, and then it's going to warm up. But it's going to be sunny, and the wind's going to be blowing. Yeah, it'll be sunny and very, very cold on Tuesday. Okay, put a hat on, big heavy coat, or stay at home. I don't know. But it's like they play it up like it's the effing end of the world. Ooh, wicked. Wicked was the word they used. It's going to be wicked on Tuesday. Well, the sun will be out. It's not going to be like you'll be able to drive your car around. It's not unless the battery conks out because it's so cold. But so we get the first week of the holiday ratings. Now, as I told you, the ratings company divides the year into 13 months. You have January through December, and then that 13th month, which goes from like late November to the end of the year, is called the holiday month, okay? And the holiday month, and a lot of radio people have told me that it doesn't really matter the holiday month that much. It's almost disregarded because, you don't have the normal regular listening trends in with the holidays. And also you have a number of stations that flip over to holiday formats like WASH and WLIF in Baltimore. Well, the interesting thing is that, of course, according to the first week of the holiday ratings, which are, I guess, for late November, early December, kind of around Thanksgiving-ish time, the number one station, of course, was WASH. WASH always shoots to the top of the radio heap with number one for when they do Christmas music. And over in Baltimore, of course, WLIF shot to the top because they were also doing Christmas music. Now, I thought somebody else should do Christmas music in the Washington market this year. I really thought 107.3 should do it and then debut a whole new look and sound at the beginning of the year. But they didn't do that. The ratings are, 21st place? I don't know. I listened to WMAL the other day. It is such a sad station. I don't know. Brian and Larry they need something, man. It's just the same old two tired guys. The 240 minutes of stupidity is the morning show. And then Chris Plain, he says the same thing every day. The same thing. They could just have him do one show a week and just replay it 5 days and save money. And I mean, that's what it sounds like. But putting Michael Weiner, what's his name? Michael Savage on from 3 to 5. They don't put the last hour of Michael Savage's show on. So the lunatics that listen to Michael Savage don't like that because they're missing the last hour of the show. And then they do this 5 to 6. They're doing this like local news slot with Larry O'Connor, which I think is a good idea. I really do. That's one good idea, little local news and talk there. But I really think they should expand that beyond just an hour. It should be on from at least 4 to 6, or just get rid of Savage and keep him on in the evenings and have the whole, do a local drive show from 3 to 6 or something like that, and get somebody other than Larry, because Larry's working mornings. Why do you have him coming in and doing afternoons too? It's like, this is a major city, big city talk station. I mean, come on, Cumulus. Run it like that. We're talking about a major market news talker. Don't run it like you're, a little peanut farm station down there in Bung Tussle, Georgia. But they really need to, spend some time and energy to make a local live. If WMAL is going to get better ratings, they're going to need to do a full-blown live and local afternoon show in addition to a morning show. So that's what I say. New new logo there for Light out of Baltimore. Remember WLIF, which we just talked about with their Christmas music. After the Christmas music went away, they are now calling themselves Today's 101.9, Your Life, Your Music. That's I like that station, actually. They do play some interesting stuff, and they have a great signal. Covers all the way down into the Washington area. So one of the better Baltimore signals. The really good Baltimore signals down here in Northern Virginia, 98 Rock, 97.9. Of course, WLIF 101.9. WQSR 102.7 is also real good. WBJC 91.5 is also really good down here. Those seem to be the best. Oh, and WRBS 95.1. All those Baltimore signals come down into Washington area really good. And you also get 92.3 WERQ, but then they bounce up against 92.5 there in Winchester or whatever. I don't know. Who cares? Who gives a rat's ass? Scott Smith. We're hearing that Scott Smith may be anchoring the 6 p.m. newscast over there at Channel 5. He's their sports director, so that's kind of interesting. Interesting moves there with moving people around. Now that Brian Bolter has gone on to the wine and restaurant business. I don't know. That's it. Why did Brian leave? Brian, was very popular, got good ratings. Why do you leave when you're at the top of your game on a I don't know. Go figure. Pacifica's WPFW back on the air. The rumor was they didn't pay the Verizon bill. You need to get your signal from your studio to your transmitter. How do you do that? And a lot of stations use those Verizon fiber lines or whatever. And if you don't pay the bill, they don't. It's like, but it was weird when Pacifica's WPFW was off the air around Christmas time. Was that they really were on the air? Their signal was there. It just was silent. So, they're blowing the power bill, paying the power bill for a week to broadcast a signal of silence. I mean, if you're going to be off the air, at least go off the air and don't pay the power bill. But pay the power bill and don't pay the I don't know. I don't know. Go figure. Johnny Dark to WTTR. That's another thing we're hearing. He's going to be doing the 12 to 4 p.m. slot on the old 1470 WTTR up there in Hagerstown, in Westminster, Maryland, which just got sold. That's right, Pat Sajak sold it. Remember, Wheel of Fortune Sajak. All right, folks, thanks for watching Dave TV. Thank you all for your best and worst nominations of 2013. They're all up on DCR TV, and we'll keep the page up for a while, and you can check it all out. We got a great response this year. And as we always do. And don't forget to help support the site. Well, advertisers are great, but your donations have always helped this site. At least a third to a half of our revenue. Keep it going, and we really do appreciate that. So send us a checky or a little PayPal donation, and click on the support linky dinky at the top of DCRTV.com. All right, folks, thanks for watching Dave TV for our first New Year's edition. 2014, January 5th. Book 'em, Dano.